Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, as always, it's the one, it's the only, it's the motherfucking janitor, Miguel Magallon. And as always, it's the president, the founder, the motherfucking CEO of Magallon Entertainment. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Sports Betting Podcast with the one and only, the sports betting, the motherfucking Bitcoin stacking general. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And tonight, this evening, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to give you guys my Super Bowl predictions, my Super Bowl plays, and my official Super Bowl pick for today's game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back and welcome to the final sports betting play of the NFL season. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight into this. So, today, my official sports pick for the NFL Super Bowl is none other than both fucking teams. That's right, I said it. I'm betting on both these motherfuckers. I'm betting on both these bitches. I'm betting on both of these teams to get it done and cash me out a motherfucking profit. How? Why? How is this even possible, General? It's easy. Because I treat sports betting the same way I treat investing. I like to make money on the way up, and I like to make money on the way down. I want to make money when the stock market's going up. I want to make money when the stock market's going down. I want to make money when the economy's great, and I want to make money when the economy sucks ass like right now. I want to make money when teams are winning, and I want to make money when teams are losing. I want to make money in any and every fucking environment. I don't care what's going on. I don't care the who, the what, the when. All I care about is making fucking money. Mula, dinero, plata. I want all the gains. I want all the profits. And I want to cash out all the tickets. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm betting on both teams this evening. I'm betting on both of them. So this is what I'm doing. I am going to take the San Francisco 49ers -2 with the over 47. And I'm also going to take money on the Kansas City Chiefs money line straight up. You guys are going to ask me, how do I do this? It's very simple. I am putting money on San Francisco -2.5 along with over 47. And I'm probably going to put about 30% of my bankroll, maybe even 40%, honestly. And I'm going to put that money on them with the over, because I believe that if the San Francisco 49ers win this game and they win the Super Bowl, they're going to have to score at least 28, 34, 35 points to beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. And the reason I believe that, the reason I think that, is because I believe that Patrick Mahomes is going to score at least 17 to 21 points in the Super Bowl. Let me say that again. I believe Patrick Mahomes is going to score at least 17 to 21 points in the Super Bowl. This 49ers defense was once elite. This 49ers defense was once the shit. This 49ers defense used to be fucking legendary. But over the past few weeks, over the past, 1 or 2 seasons, they have lost a lot of good players due to injuries. They've lost a lot of key, free agents in free agency. And I just don't think that the San Francisco 49ers have the same dogs that they used to have the last time they were in the Super Bowl in 2020. So the way I look at it is the 49ers defense is good, but I would not consider it elite. They just gave up, over 28 points to Jared Goff and the Detroit bitch-ass Lions. They let the Green Bay Packers, fuck around and almost win that game and put up 21. Should have been 24 in that game. And I've seen their defense get shredded by Lamar Jackson. I've seen their defense get shredded by Patrick Mahomes in the past. I've seen their defense give up a lot of yards and a lot of points this season to a lot of quarterbacks that I would not consider elite. I would say they're kind of mediocre at best. That's just my opinion. So I believe Patrick Mahomes against this defense, which is good, but I would not say it's elite, not this season. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to score 17 to 21 points because I think he's going to look at the footage of Lamar Jackson shredding that defense, to pieces. I think he's going to look at the fact that Jordan Love was able to walk into San Francisco and drop 21, almost fuck around and won that game. Should have got that field goal at the end, but he turned around and threw a stupid ass interception. And I look at the fact that Jared Goff and the bitch ass Detroit Lions, they went in there and they were running all up and down the 49ers ass. 49ers could do nothing to stop them in that first half. And then Jared Goff, he did what Jared Goff did. He does Jared Goff things. He fuck around with a choke job every now and then. And I think that's what the Lions did. I think they choked in San Francisco. But that doesn't mean that the, 49ers defense was elite. I just think Jared Goff, sucked ass again. So I look at the San Francisco 49ers defense and I say good, not elite, great, not legendary, not this season, not like they used to be. Again, they're missing a lot of players due to injuries. More specifically, I think they lost a lot of players in free agency, and they lost DeMeco Ryans, to the head coaching job out there with the Houston Texans. CJ Stroud, was almost a front runner for MVP in the middle of the season. I think he's doing a remarkable job out there with the Texans. So they lost a lot of coaches. They lost a lot of players. They have some players down due to injuries. And I just don't think they have the dog in them the way they used to be. Again, they're still really good. I think they're a great defense, top 10 to me, but I don't think they're the best this year. I think they're good enough to get the job done, but I would not consider them elite this season, and they're damn sure not legendary like they used to be. Not in my opinion. So I think Patrick Mahomes is going to be able to score 17 to 21 points at least, given the fact that Jordan Love, put up 17 and Jared Goff, put up over 28. You got to fucking be kidding me. So I look at it from that perspective. I think Kansas City is going to be able to run the ball. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to make those key, third down conversions. I think he's going to be able to drive the length of the field for most of the game. Doesn't mean he's going to score a TD every time, but I think he's going to be able to drive the ball down the field when he can. And, if the defense steps up, they're going to hold Patrick Mahomes to a field goal like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did back in 2020, was it 21, 22? But if not, then I think it's going to be a long day for the San Francisco 49ers. So I think it's all about how they perform in the red zone, honestly. So with that being said, I think Patrick Mahomes, I think at the very least he scores 17, maybe 21 points, in the red zone. And I think that's going to be the difference in the game. Can they force the Kansas City Chiefs to, just kick some field goals? Or is Patrick Mahomes just going to score a whole bunch of TDs? Now that brings me to the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Kansas City Chiefs here, I think they can win the game both ways. I think they can win the game in a shootout where both offenses are just running and clicking all day long. And I also think they can win in a low-scoring game because I think the Kansas City Chiefs have one of the top 5 defenses in football. I know a lot of people think they're elite. A lot of people actually have them ranked number 1 above the Baltimore Ravens. And again, we just saw Patrick Mahomes go into Baltimore and beat Axon Jackson, Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP, still hasn't won more than 2 playoff games. You got to fucking be kidding me. And that was supposedly the best defense in the league statistically. And it didn't really look like it. It looked like Patrick Mahomes was still, being able to run up and down that field. And if he wanted to, he probably could have scored more points. But I think at the end of the game, Patrick Mahomes was just trying to kill the clock and make sure that the clock, kept, getting killed. I think he was focused more on that and just winning the game than putting up some big numbers for statistics. I think Patrick Mahomes is at the point of his career where he no longer cares about statistics. I think he only cares about Super Bowl rings. And I think that makes sense because a lot of young QBs these days, like a Tua or a Justin Herbert or a lot of these other dudes out here who are trying to get paid, they keep trying to, put up these big numbers and get all this, huge yardage because they're trying to prove themselves and prove to their franchise and their organization, their team, that they deserve this max contract and that, they deserve to get paid $100 million, $200 million, $400, $500 million like Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers and a few others, even though I don't think they, should be. So I think a lot of these QBs are still focused on statistics because they know that's how they're going to get a max contract in the offseason. And I think Patrick Mahomes, now that he's won two Super Bowl MVPs and probably going to be a third soon, I don't think he cares about statistics anymore. I think he understands that the only thing he's competing with is Tom Brady. Tom Brady got 7 Super Bowl rings. Patrick Mahomes is trying to get his third. And I think he's just chasing greatness. I think he's just chasing Tom Brady's ghost. I think he's trying to be the GOAT. And in a lot of people's eyes, he's already is the GOAT. A lot of people already consider him the greatest quarterback in NFL history. Some people do, some people don't. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure who else we're comparing him to other than Tom Brady. I think a lot of people already put him above Peyton Manning. A lot of people already put him above Eli Manning for sure. A lot of people put him above Ben Roethlisberger. I do too. I mean, who else do you compare him to? Drew Brees. He only got 1 Super Bowl ring. Ben Roethlisberger. A lot of people really don't like him anymore. I mean, he has no real equal. He has no contemporary even. I mean, we're not comparing him to Josh Allen and Joe Burrow anymore. Josh Allen hasn't even been to the Super Bowl, and Joe Burrow's been there once and choked it. Lamar Jackson hasn't even made it, to the Super Bowl, despite his 2 regular season MVPs. So who do we really compare him to anymore? Who? Russell Wilson? Honestly, we're at the point now where we're running out of people to compare him to, and the only person you can compare him to is the GOAT, Tom Brady. And I think that's what he's chasing. He's chasing Tom Brady's legacy. He's chasing Tom Brady's, status as the GOAT. He's chasing his fucking shadow. He's chasing his ghost. He's chasing, that title of the greatest to ever do it, the greatest of all time, the best QB in NFL history. He's not chasing Aaron Rodgers. He's not chasing Drew Brees. He's not chasing Peyton Manning. For most people, we already put him above those guys. He is in a class by himself between Tom Brady and everyone else. And Tom Brady's and Patrick Mahomes is still trying to climb that mountain and, kind of get labeled as officially being the GOAT. And I think if he wins this game, if he wins another Super Bowl MVP, he's going to be closer to that GOAT. So we'll see. But I don't think Patrick Mahomes cares about his statistics. If he throws only for 150 yards and wins the game, he'll take it. If he has to throw for 300, 400, 500 yards against this defense and win the game, he'll take that too. He doesn't care how he does it. He doesn't care if you call him a game manager. He doesn't care if you call him better than Drew Brees. He doesn't care if you compare him to Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't care about any of that shit. Because he's already thrown 5,000 yards in a season when he had Tyreek Hill, and he also knows how to win a Super Bowl without Tyreek Hill. Now he's trying to show you he can win a Super Bowl without Eric Bieniemy. He's showing you time and time again, it doesn't matter who you add or take away from this roster. As long as he has Travis Kelce and Andy Reid, he's always going to be able to win a Super Bowl. Just like Tom Brady when he had Bill Belichick and he had Gronkowski. As long as he has those key pieces in place, he's going to be able to beat anybody, anywhere, and he can accomplish anything. So I think that's what Patrick Mahomes is out here doing. I think that's what he's trying to prove to the league, prove to himself, prove to the media, prove to his fans, and prove to the entire fucking world that I am the greatest QB in NFL history. And that's what he's chasing. He's chasing greatness, and he's chasing Tom Brady's legacy. So I think, the Chiefs can win this game a multiple of ways. They can win it with the run game. They could win it with the passing game. They could win it with special teams. And Patrick Mahomes doesn't care because he doesn't care about statistics. He already has a 10-year deal for $400-500 million plus all the the field endorsements and sponsorships and all these, Gatorade commercials. He's a made man. He's going to become a billionaire one day. It's not about the money. It's not about, statistics. It's about his legacy. And the only thing that matters when it comes to legacy for QBs is Super Bowl rings. And I think that's what he's focused on. I think that's what he's chasing. I think that's what he really wants. He doesn't care how he gets there. He just wants to fucking get there. So with that being said, I think the Kansas City Chiefs have a great chance to win the Super Bowl. I think they do have a top 5 defense, in my opinion. I think they have the greatest tight end in NFL history. At a minimum, he's the second best tight end behind Gronkowski. But I think if he wins the Super Bowl ring, I'm going to have to put him above Gronkowski just because of consistency. And having just as many rings, but always being the number one option and just always being there for Patrick Mahomes. I think he's going to be tied with Gronk, in my opinion, at the least, if he ends up winning the Super Bowl ring. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I'm taking them on the alternative spread, -3.5, and I'm also taking them on the money line. I'm going to be doing that with about 50, 60, 70% of my bankroll. And then my insurance bet is the San Francisco 49ers to win it with the over. Either way, I make money. Either way, I cash profits. And either way, I'm fucking happy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go get some fucking money.